My mom took me on a plane to visit Grandpa, but when I woke up, I found my mom wasn't by my side. Just then, an announcement came over the intercom from a flight attendant. The plane was hitting severe turbulence. I didn't know what to do. I could only grip the armrests of my seat tightly with my hands. But suddenly, a strange sound came from behind me. I turned around to look. A weird old lady was chanting spells nonstop. All of a sudden, she opened her eyes wide. I felt a splitting headache right away. Then the plane crashed. It made an emergency landing on a deserted island. Everyone else on the plane was killed. Only I survived by luck. More than 20 years passed. I became a doctor. One day, I took my daughter on a plane to visit my father, whom I hadn't seen in years. But as soon as I got on the plane, I noticed some creepy things. It was the only flight today, but there were only a few passengers. I had just sat down when the light above my head started flickering nonstop. A man sitting next to me comforted me, saying this was a normal issue. That made me feel a little more at ease. But right after that, a commotion came from the back of the plane. An old woman looked flustered and said she had to get off the plane right away. No matter how the flight attendants tried to comfort her, they couldn't calm her down. As a doctor, I could tell at a glance that she was having a panic attack. With my psychological counseling, she calmed down a lot. I went back to my seat and fastened my seatbelt. Suddenly, I heard the sound of metal scraping from above. I quickly asked the man next to me if he had heard it, but he just looked confused. All of a sudden, a wave of unease came over me. I hurried to the bathroom, took the sedatives I had with me, and splashed cold water on my face desperately to try to calm myself down. But suddenly, I heard my mom's voice from outside the door. I pushed the door open and unexpectedly found myself back in my childhood home. The house was empty. My mom's voice came from the bedroom, but when I pulled the bedroom door open, I found myself back on the plane cabin. Everything that had just happened seemed like a hallucination. Just as I was about to go back to my seat, I felt a dark figure behind me, but when I turned around, the dark figure had disappeared for no reason. I walked over slowly to check it out. Suddenly, a hand rested on my shoulder.